Hey, it's Christina with Christy Fit 31, bringing a glute leg day for you guys. So the first exercise I did was hip thrust. I did 4 sets of a 5-5-5 variation. So I did 5 with just a normal stance and then 5 with a B stance, and I did that for 4 sets through. I showed 2 different video variations so you can see how my back is on the bench. This is a hinge motion. You can see I kick out the left foot there, so more weight is on one foot than the other. That is why it's called a kickstand or a B stance. But you can see that my shoulder blades are right onto the bench, and all the motion is coming from the squeeze of the glute. It is a hinging motion. You're not rounding your back. That upper body is going to stay straight. Chin is tucked, eyes are forward. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'll show 2 different variations of this so you can see a little bit of camera angle difference. So you can see my feet a little bit more there. So my legs are at a 90-degree angle, coming up, squeezing those glutes. I'm gonna do 5 reps here, 3. Here, 1 more, and then I'm gonna go into that B stance. So all the weight is gonna be in that right foot, so there's gonna be more work in that right glute. So if there's an imbalance, this is a great way to do it. I just prefer a B stance over a single leg. It feels a little bit steadier to me, and I can push a little bit more weight with that B stance. The next thing I did was squats. I wanted to get the heavy work out of the way. I did keep it a little bit lighter. I could probably go heavier on this, but my sciatic and hip were kind of bugging me. So go as heavy as you need. The last few reps should be a struggle for you. So the next thing I did was just barbell back squats. You could do goblet squats, whatever it is you want to do. So squatting down, weight as a tripod, feet as a tripod, pushing evenly through those feet, gripping into the floor, having a nice good grip. These I superset with step-ups. I did weighted step-ups. I'm going to show you 2 sets here as well. This I only did for 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps, depending on my weight. I kept my step-ups a little bit heavier, so I went for 8 reps and tried to keep my squats at 8 to 10 every single time. Really driving with that glute through those hips, so quads, everything else. Your squat is a, cannot think today, primary thing, so it's going to work more than one muscle group at a time. So that's why I love incorporating those. Compound lift. There we go. I need a little bit more caffeine in my life. Your squat is a compound lift, so it's going to work multiple things at once. When you're doing these step-ups, really think of pushing through that heel, slowly lowering. I'm slightly leaning forward. That does have a handle I like to rest my hand on. My right side's a little bit weaker just due to my ankle injury. And then this was the second set of squats I showed you from the back so you can watch. I like a little bit of a wider stance. It is different for every person. I'm pulling that bar into my back, engaging those lats, squatting down, coming back up. And like I said, we did 3 sets of 8 to 10 squats and 8 to 10 step-ups, just depending on weight. These got a little bit slower as I got a little bit more tired. Like I said, all my heavy stuff is always at the beginning of my workout, my compound lifts, and then I follow up with accessory work towards the end of my workout. You want to be breathing and bracing properly through your squats, really watching, looking for imbalances, things like that. And here is a side view of the step-ups. You can see I have my hand up. My right side definitely is weaker. I had that ankle surgery, so it's a little bit harder for me. You'll see that the other side is a little bit smoother for me. Like I said, you're coming down, really pushing, driving through that heel, feeling that glute. I like to lean forward just a little bit to feel that glute a little bit more. I'll hold weight on the opposite side of that leg that is up on the bench or riser. And make sure you are getting both sides. If you have a weaker side, I suggest always starting on the weaker side and matching the strong side to it. That way you don't hit the strong side and then realize you can't hit as many reps. You can see how much smoother and easier this is for me on my left foot versus my right foot. And after the squats and step ups, I did another superset. That is good mornings, another great hinging movement. This is going to work the hamstrings and the glutes and that low back, so it's going to work that posterior chain. So you're just hinging back and then coming up and squeezing, really using those glutes to help with this movement. And the glutes are so important as a foundation for lifting. So many people neglect training glutes, or a lot of people have. Your glutes are very, very important. They actually help internally and externally rotate your hip and help lift your legs up and down. So a strong glute is really going to help have a strong squat, a strong deadlift. It's going to help with running, with jumping, etc. So training your glutes is really, really important. And good mornings are another one. I haven't done these in a long time and just wanted to incorporate them in again. So you're just hinging forward, really pushing those hips back. I have just a soft bend in my knee. And then I'm going to superset it with reverse lunges. I like having a riser or plate under my foot just to make the deficit a little bit more, so I have more range of motion to go down and more to squeeze up with those glutes. These ones will have your booty on fire. So this is one of my other favorite ones for a good leg day. You can see I'm grabbing that peach right there. It was on fire by this point. My glutes and hamstrings are extremely sore today from this workout yesterday. And you are going to do both sides. I did the 10 rep range on both sets of these exercises. I like keeping the good mornings a little bit lighter because you are hinging forward unlike a squat where you were sitting down into it. So it's a little bit of pressure on the back, so I kept it a little bit lighter. You can always do it with holding a plate on your back, etc., or just the bar. And then we did some deadlifts. So you're gonna see I do 5 straight down, both toes forward, and then I'm gonna do 5 with each leg as a B stance, just to really target if I have any imbalances on either side. So this one I did 3 sets of as well, and it was 15 reps total, so 5 normal, 5 B stance. I really love B stance because you'll see once I kick that foot out of the way, that left leg is going to take the brunt of that hamstring stretch because the other one is just kind of there to steady me. It's not taking any of the load. So all the load is on that one side, and just make sure you do that on both sides. You can do this with a kettlebell, with dumbbells, whatever it is you want to do. I was trying to keep this as a quick, easy workout. You're kind of in one spot, you load the same barbell pretty much and just get to it. And then the last exercise I did was calf raises, and I'm going to show you 2 different views on this too. I kept losing my footing, my feet and legs were so tired. I did 5 forward, 5 heels together, and 5 toes together. This hits all areas of the calf, and your calves will be absolutely fried the next day. Sometimes I'll do this with 7 reps, 5 reps, 6 reps, whatever it is, just depending on the weight and the intensity you are going for. So that is how I ended this workout. So like I said, the only exercise that I did 4 sets of was the hip thrust. Everything else was 3 sets. This took me about 45-50 minutes max, which I needed a quick, short workout that day. I was crunched for time and wanted to get in, get out, tire myself out on that posterior chain and get on with the rest of my day. So here you're going to see the 3 different positions of the feet for those calf raises. These are just referred to as 3-way calf raises. So toes forward, your normal calf raise. I like using a platform to get more range of motion, more stretch. Really thinking about driving up towards the top, squeezing that muscle, getting a good contraction. So I did 5 reps, 5 reps heels together. And then I'll do 5 reps with toes together as well. And that was the end of this workout. It was awesome. I am not even 24 hours into it, and I am a little bit sore already, so I'm just gonna make sure I recover well before I hit my next leg day.